You know what's so crazy, by the way, is that we have chatted so many times, but I think this is the first time I've had you as a guest on America's Dance 30. What the heck is wrong with me?
I don't know what's going on. It's good to be here, man. How you doing?
We made it.
we
had to weasel our way in.
Trevor, Matt, Kevi, welcome to America's Dance 30 for the first time.
What up?
Let's go.
Thanks for having us, dude.
Congratulations on this new smash, Find Love Now, with Punctual and Raphaella. It is such an incredible song.
Thank you so much, dude. I'm stoked it's finally out. We're excited about this one for sure.
Yeah, it's really good. And not only that, but also even bigger, congratulations on the 10-year anniversary of Cheat Codes. That is amazing.
Hey.
I don't know the specific date. Yeah, I don't know the specific date. You guys didn't even send me a cake.
Do you remember what month back in 2014 you guys got together?
It was in the summer, right?
Yeah, like we were definitely working in the summer, so it's definitely been over 10 years, I would say.
Well, think back to day one and be 100 with me. Did you think that you guys would still be together 10 years later?
It's wild how fast time flies, honestly. If you, 10 years, the fact that it's been that long, I would have, I don't know. It seems like just yesterday we just started. So the fact that it's been 10 years, I don't know, it's crazy. And I think we'll be around at least another 10. So keep it going.
Yeah, let's hope. Hold on. Let me knock on wood for you guys. Hold on. I can't even see right now. So I'm just going to take my glasses off and be blind.
Music might not even be a thing in 10 years. Who knows? Like robots.
It's all going to be AI. Yeah.
It'll be the AI version of Cheat Codes. That's all right.
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
I can't wait to talk all about Find Love Now and find out how the song was born with Punctual and Raphaella. But first, let's get to know Cheat Codes better with Finky's firsts.
Perfect.
Now, I love finding out the origin story of artists. Now, I know that you guys got together and you were friends as teenagers, right?
I met Matt when I was 18. Oh, I was 16. He was 18, I guess. We played at a pizza place in St. Louis when I went on tour through there. And a couple years later, we reconnected and lived together off and on. So, yeah, we've known each other for a long, long time. And I met Kevi a few years later when him and Matt were buddies.
Was music the first thing that you guys wanted to get into when you were growing up, or was there something else you wanted to be? Trevor?
When I was younger, it's funny. I used to want to own a restaurant or whatever, but I actually am terrible at cooking. So that wouldn't be a good idea for me. But
you gotta follow your skills.
When I was 12, I switched over to music, So I guess from a young age, I definitely wanted to do it.
And Kevi?
Kev?
I used to want to be an NBA player.
What happened?
You got injured.
I got injured, man. Injured reserve.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, me too, but I just wasn't tall enough, so. Matt, what about you?
I actually was really into basketball too. And then once I got to high school, I was like, I'm not good enough, man. You have enough of those moments where you're like, I can't dunk. I'm not going to be taller than 6'2", which is barely tall enough, I was like, I'll just focus on music. So once I hit high school, I was like, I'm just going to do music.
Well, thank God you guys all parlayed into music and we got Cheat Codes. Now, the name Cheat Codes was from Kevi's brother. Is that right? It was inspired by that?
Yep.
Yeah, I was telling Matt a story about that my brother told me when I was a kid and he was playing at Madison Square Garden. And he told me he got the cheat code to life. And then I told Matt that story, and then Matt's like, Cheat Codes, that's the name. And here we are.
So that probably answers my next question. Was Cheat Codes the first name you guys were going to go with, or were there other names you were considering for the artist project?
Was that it?
Yeah, it was just Cheat Codes.
Yeah.
Cheat Codes. I think Cheat Codes, the name kind of also inspired the project of where we wanted to take it, and the idea of it, kind of gave us a clear picture and vision of what the project would be. So I think once we had the name, then we were like, okay, we definitely got to make music for this project because it's such a sick name.
Yeah, I remember when they, because I was working on my own thing and they had started the idea of doing Cheat Codes, and when we were working on music together, I remember thinking oh, Cheat Codes is such a good name. I gotta be a part of this somehow. So Gotta figure it out.
Now, that lends me to another question. Was the original plan always to produce music with Trevor singing, or was that something you guys decided on later on in the project?
I think early on we all decided that we kind of wanted to have vocals on the songs. Like Matt and Kevi sang a couple early songs, and Matt sang. Actually, no, gosh, he ended up singing it after. But anyways, yeah, we all sing, and but I just kind of ended up singing a little bit more on our vocals, with our vocals.
Gotcha. Now, do you guys remember the first show you guys did as Cheat Codes?
Yeah.
It wasn't it in San Fran, right?
Yeah.
It was at the Audio. Is this place called the Audio? And we played with this group called Cut Snake, which Fisher, Follow the Fish. He used to be in this group called Cut Snake. So it was like Fisher, his partner, and then we opened for them. And it was like 100 people, like max. Like I think it was like 200 capacity venue, like top. But we opened, but like we didn't really know how to DJ, or like we didn't really have any club music. So like all of our songs were like 100 BPM. Like there was no transitions. I think there was like pauses between every song, and we played for like 30 minutes, and then we just like danced like the whole time that Fisher and Cut Snake
Dude, I could still vividly
playing.
remember that show.
We were just like, let's just go in the crowd and like dance. We like never really been to a club before, so it was cool.
So who booked you guys for that show?
We
I don't
somehow
remember,
got an agent.
It's probably like Disco Donnie or something like that.
I like how you got to throw Disco Donnie under the bus for that one.
Well, we were opener. It was low pressure. Like,
I'm sure it was like a good show. We
I
didn't
don't
know
think he
what
paid us
the hell
that
we were
much. Yeah. I don't think he lost money because of us or anything. So I think it's fine.
Well, speaking of shows, what's the first thing that you guys do on show day, and what's the first thing you do when you're done playing?
Ooh, I mean, I guess the beginning of the day is just like any other day. Just kind of start our morning like normal, unless we have to go to the airport, in which case we have to wake up really early sometimes and head over to the airport. But right after we're done playing, I don't know, time to go to the hotel and go to sleep.
Is it that easy though?
Yeah, Taco Bell sometimes after the show. Not a bad idea.
Now, not only do you guys have a ton of dance smashes, but you've also got songs that crossed over to top 40, like No Promises. Do you remember the first time you heard one of your songs on the radio?
Yes, I do, actually.
We did, like, really early on, we did some stuff with We Found New Music. They had, like, a radio thing. Where was it? In, like, Malibu? Or it was, like,
Orange County
Beach or something? Yeah, so it was, like, really early on. They, like, wanted to come out.
Oh, we lost Matt. I'll pick up where he dropped off. But, really early on, I think our very first song we released called Visions. Somebody named Grant Owens supported us and played the song very early, and we got to come out and perform the song acoustically and hear the song on the radio, and that was a really cool moment for us.
Does it ever get old hearing your songs on the radio?
No, it's always exciting.
Well, speaking of new songs, when was the first time that you tested this new smash?
I think we've been playing it since last year. I think me and Kevi played it in Asia, like November, December of last year.
Wow.
We've been playing it for a while, actually.
Yeah, I think we did a show in Bali, and we were like, it was like us and A-Lock and somebody else, and it was like a big crowd. We were like, we got to test out the song, and it seemed like people really liked it. So
we
we
don't
just
always
played it
test
every
out
song.
songs this early, but for this one, we kind of just wanted people to hear it. We were really excited about it.
God, it's such a smash. Well, finally, in honor of Find Love Now, it's got the lyrics, "Don't be afraid to fall." But what is your first major fear, Kevi?
I don't like being up at heights without like being on a roller coaster.
So
Like, if I'm on a roller coaster, it's okay. But like if I'm like at the top of like a ledge looking over, I don't like it. I
yeah,
get
that's
scared.
terrifying.
I kind of have a fear of falling too, so I'm there with Kevi too.
Aren't those dreams the worst when you have a dream where you're falling?
Oh
The
yeah,
worst.
dude, that is so bad.
Oh, that is
Reoccurring.
that is
Feels so
horrible.
What about you?
I don't know. I don't really like doctors.
That's your fear is doctors?
I mean, I don't know. Just want to live natural.
That is such a typical male thing to say. Let's talk
That's
about
hilarious.
this smash. How was Find Love Now born with Punctual and Raphaella?
Yeah, they sent us a song last year, and it's been like a journey. Us finishing it didn't originally have like Trevor's vocals on it, and the production changed a lot. But we were originally we had it on this like it was gonna come out like way earlier in the year, but there's like people at the label that like got fired or like quit or something. So then we had to like come up with a whole different plan, and it became a whole different thing. So, but yeah, we're stoked, and Punctual guys are dope. They're working on BB Rex's album right now. Like they're really sick producers. Like it's really cool to get to work with them.
And at what point did you guys decide to add Trevor to it?
I guess a few months, like 5-6 months ago. It was one of those things where we're like, we had it and we were listening back to it. We kind of, once in a while we think, what would it sound like if there was kind of a male vocal on there and it sounded like a duet instead of just a, female vocal. And I tried it out and we thought it sounded good and decided to roll with it.
Well, it definitely sounds good with both of you guys on it. Now, something I love to find out is how many different V's there are to a song from when you start working on it, all the tweaking that goes on to when you finally put it out. Do you remember what the final V was of Find Love Now?
I don't know. How many versions do you guys think there are?
It was probably at least like 12 or something, because they had at least like 6 or 7 before they even sent it to us. Yeah, they showed us some of the versions too.
And
Like
how different was it?
It didn't used to have the strings. It used to just be like a piano or like a synth sound.
Yeah, the drums were totally different. Changed a lot. There was different verses before, so it kind of, it took a lot of different turns.
Well, I got to be honest, I'm glad you guys went with the strings, because that makes the song. It is so good in it. Congratulations on this smash. Now, not only that, but you've also got The Way It Is climbing the charts. How did you decide to take on an iconic song like that from Bruce Hornsby?
Yeah, that was fun because it was one of those things where we had gotten the opportunity to play the Forum with 2 friends. And leading up to it, we wanted to have a song to kind of play with them at the show. And we'd gone back and forth on a bunch of different ideas. And I guess like a month before the show, we had sent them that idea and we both liked it a lot. So we just kind of went from there and went back and forth on getting the production right and laid down my vocals, and we got it done just in time to play it at the show with them.
When you're doing an interpolation like that, do you get worried about what the original artist thinks about the song?
I had to be educated because I was like more familiar with the Tupac version.
He didn't know about the Bruce Hornsby,
Yeah. Sorry.
That's so funny. That takes me back to, I remember having somebody in the studio and they didn't know that Missing You was an original song before P. Diddy did it. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sting, come on. Yeah. When we originally did the song Sex, Kevi and Trevor, they had never heard of Salt and Pepper. Like they were like, what do you mean? Let's talk about sex. I was like, like a song from the 90s. Like, they're like, I don't know about that song. But it almost like makes it, because then you can reimagine it in a different way.
Absolutely.
Instead of it being like a cover, you want it to be like, oh, I like that melody. Like, let's put it in like how I would place this melody into like a modern track or whatever, versus like, I'm just going to like copy the original, I don't think that's fun.
Well, this is going to be a stretch, and I probably should have researched this question first, but has Bruce Hornsby reached out?
No, I haven't talked to Bruce.
I just didn't know if he's still alive.
Bruce, if you're listening.
Bruce, what's your beef, bro? Reach out.
We need to link you guys up. Well, congratulations on The Way It Is. Congratulations on Find Love Now. Congratulations on everything going on for you guys. Cheat Codes, thank you so much for your time with us on America's Dance 30.
Thank you so much.
Love you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.